were undiscovered, didn't care for one another, you and I. Thought I was okay, till something in me changed, don't know why. You got me high, but I'm sober. You make me lonely when I'm by myself. I should be free, but I'm hoping that we could be something in the end, something more than friends.
Hello friends, and welcome back to my channel. Also welcome if you are new. So today I'm starting this video a little bit differently because if you guys have been with my channel for a while, you know I don't do a lot of nighttime cleaning. It's just one of the things of Bobby works really long hours and he's normally home at night, and I just don't worry about it. We spend time together as a family and I handle it all in the morning. However, on this evening, Bobby was actually at Fort McCoy for training, so I decided I would do a big cleaning at night because I wanted to deep clean the sofa. And to make sure no one had any wet butts, I figured it made the most sense to do this at night. That way it had all night to dry. So it is about 9:30 at night. All the kids are down. The baby's been fed. Everything is taken care of. And I am just getting to work on straightening up the entire house. I also wanted to start in the dining room and kitchen. That way I could start Roomba. With doing this so late at night, any little extra help like the robot vacuum was definitely something I wanted to take advantage of. And since that one starts in my dining room and kitchen, I figured start in here, run the vacuum, and then I could move on to the rest of the downstairs.
Discovered, didn't care for one another, you and I. Thought I lost my way, but you washed out all the gray. Don't know why. You got me high, but I'm sober. You make me lonely when I'm by myself.
Now, if you guys also want some serious satisfaction cleaning, make sure you stay tuned till later because I am working on my car, which I have not done since the beginning of winter. We have some really brutal long winters here in Wisconsin, and I'll be honest, I don't clean my car on the interior in the winter. It's too cold to sit outside and worry about it, but we've been having some nicer weather, so I definitely wanted to tackle it, especially since I don't know what the boys spilled in the back of my car. But there was something on the carpet that I desperately needed to get cleaned, and the back of my car just gets gross in general because of children, and it's a real life mom car, and I don't really worry about drinks and snacks in my car. I let the kids be kids, and if that's going to keep them quiet during school runs and trips to grandma and grandpa's who live an hour away, I just let it do because it keeps me less stressful and them less stressful. So anything to help with that.
We're talking to each other. I know we feel the same about the situation, like we're stuck inside a game. Time to get out of this circle. Yeah, we both carry a scar. Let's rewrite the part we're playing. Time to cherish who we are. The only thing I ever wanted starts with us taking the chance. Not like anything we've done before. Yeah. Now it's time for something better, and time for us to follow our dreams. No, we can't stay no more. Come run away. Don't be afraid. We'll be okay.
So one thing I never stress enough about getting a shiny sink is honestly just drying it out. It makes the biggest difference so you don't get any of those watermarks. I always dry out my sink because it just looks so much better. I'm also going in and cleaning all the appliances. The one really, really nice thing about cleaning at night is I know I wake up the next morning and everything is spotless. Like, that is one thing that is so nice about nighttime cleaning. Where daytime cleaning, I clean the kitchen. By the time I'm done in the family room, the kitchen's a mess again. I don't have that when I clean at night. So that is really, really satisfying, something I really enjoy. Even though I know I'm going to be in bed for most of the hours that it's clean, I at least know that the house is clean for a couple hours rather than like 10 minutes. And then, like I said before, I just wanted to turn on the robot vacuum, let it vacuum. This honestly probably saved me a good 10 to 20 minutes of me not having to vacuum, and I could move on and keep working on other areas of the downstairs. I do find it funny that the amount of toys that Freya has on the floor, the dogs have about the same. They are definitely just as messy as the kids when it comes to their toys, except they're a little bit even more of a pain in the butt because I put their toys away and right away they're going to them like, hey, why are you touching my things? And they pull it out right away.
Come run away. Don't be afraid. We'll be okay. And I know it's the right thing to do. Let's break away. All colors will fade. Let's go our own way. Now's the time to decide what to do, and I'll stand by you. I'll stand by you. Now's the time to decide what to do. Let's break away. Strange brew is what we're used to. Get high on life, that's me and you. Run away to the sunset. Run away with the sky left far behind. Strange brew is meant for me and you.
Other area that I don't stress about with the kids is having snacks on the sofa. I don't really worry about it. I don't mind having to go and clean it up. Usually their like main meals are always done at the table or the island, but if they have some chips or crackers, I just let them. I let them do them. So under this couch, I definitely have to do on a regular basis because you get little crumbs and there's toys and a little bit of everything. So I wanted to go in and get under here real well. Also, when I put the cushions back on the sofa, I like to flip them and rotate them because I don't know about you, but in our house, we definitely have like, this is where my husband normally sits. This is where I normally sit. This is where the kids normally sit. So to keep everything wearing evenly, I like to move the cushions around as much as possible. The center cushion I can only flip, but at least the two end ones I can flip and move to the opposite side of the couch so that they're just wearing a little bit more even.
Run away to the sunset. Run away with the sky left far behind. Strange brew has changed both me and you. We're riding high, surrounded by the neon light.
I felt like at this point I was doing the dance with the vacuum because it was cleaning right where I wanted to clean, and I didn't want it to run into me and then lose where it was going. It definitely ran into me a couple times, but it was definitely a dance at this point, me trying to move around the vacuum so I didn't get in its way.
Run away to the sunset. Run away with the
that someone in the last video asked me about these camels that we keep by our TV stand, and I do guess it's kind of like the one thing that doesn't look like it belongs. They do have sentimental meaning. My husband actually got me those during his last deployment. I really wanted something that would be like a memory of where he was. So he got me those pretty little camels, and that is why you always see them by my TV stand. I know it doesn't quite match the rest of the decor in my house, but it definitely has memories of that time, good and bad because he was gone, but also all the memories he made while he was there. I really do love those camels, and they will probably always have somewhere significant in our house.
Try to leave, you still make me wanna stay. You ask me to believe in the words that you say, but I can't be strong if you can't move on. Don't you think we've had enough of the trauma you bring?
Now for cleaning my sofa, I am using the OxiClean carpet shampoo solution. I get that right at Walmart. I love this stuff. In my last video, I used powdered Tide because a lot of you guys recommended trying it. And that works really, really well if that's what you have in your house. But highly recommend checking out the OxiClean that's made specifically for carpet shampooers. It's one of my favorite. It smells amazing, it cleans amazing, and it's just a little bit easier than using any type of powder because you don't have to worry about having the hot enough water to dissolve it and taking that time, because you don't want to ruin your carpet shampooer by having the particles going in and out. So really, really like the OxiClean stuff. I think it does a really good job. And these couches, even though the dogs aren't allowed on them, they are around them all the time. And then kids and everything. Like, this furniture is definitely well used, well worn, and well loved.
Be strong if you can move on. Every time I hear you say my name, it always feels the same, 'cause I've loved you for a lifetime. We can run through fire and rain, but it always feels the same, 'cause I've loved you for a lifetime. Now is the time for you to leave the past behind. We can run through fire and rain, but it always feels the same, 'cause
So a lot of you guys do ask how long stuff like this takes, and if I didn't stop and break, which I definitely did a couple times where the vacuum was still running, so I just sat and finished my show and then went back to it, but actual cleaning time was only an hour. Like I said, I took some breaks here and there. The kids kept coming downstairs even though they were supposed to be sleeping. You know how it is. The kids need water, a snack, everything and anything so that they can avoid actually going to sleep. So I probably took about 3 hours to get all this done, but cleaning time was only about an hour. And the only reason I know that is because I know how much footage I had to go through and edit, and it was about an hour worth of footage. So if you're literally just cleaning and nothing else, it really doesn't take that long, which is why I always recommend people to do things like power hours, because stuff seems like a lot more work when you're taking those breaks and everything, like, oh, I was cleaning for 3 hours, when really it was only about an hour. But after I was done mopping, I went to bed because at this point it was about 1 in the morning and I was tired. But the next day when I woke up, I got straight to working on my car. I shouldn't say straight to. I took Xander to school, came home, fed the baby, fed Bjorn, and then once Freya went down for a nap, I went straight into cleaning my car.
So full of self-confidence in everything you said.
So I know someone's going to come at me about how gross my car is. I know. I drive it. But this is just real life. Like, I love Starbucks, and when I go in the morning, Bjorn always wants a cookie, so I let him have a cookie. So that's why there's Starbucks wrappers on the ground. There's a ton of salt everywhere, and like you saw before, that spill, I still don't know what it was. Xander said that it was soda. I don't think it was soda. I think soda would have soaked into the carpeting. But I'm just starting by taking out everything out of the car, getting all the trash out of the car, purse, everything. Just trying to make it so it's easy to get in there with the vacuum and really clean it out well. I also wanted to take out my all-weather floor mats. I highly recommend all-weather floor mats, especially if you live up north and have hard winters. And if you have children, pretty much just I recommend them because it does save your carpets so much. And a lot of you may not know, but I actually used to sell cars, used cars specifically. And one thing that will up the value of a trade-in is bringing in a clean car. I can't tell you how many people brought in nasty cars, and that right there, we deducted a lot because we had to pay detailers a lot to clean them. So if you're looking to buy a car and trade in your current car, highly recommend doing a really good detail. It's a lot of work, but it will definitely get you a lot more money when it comes to trading in your vehicles.
Yes, I'm closer to you there, I guess. Living in your messages. Every day now I confess.
So I ended up pulling out my little brush that goes on the drill to pull up any dirt that was stuck in, hair, anything like that. I used the softest brush that this kit came with, and oh my goodness, it worked so well, just pulling up the stuff that the vacuum couldn't get at and then going back in with the vacuum. I used this brush a lot. I used it when I was spot cleaning. I used it for almost everything. The only thing you really have to do, and I really had to do, is I kept a container of hot soapy water outside with me. That way when I cleaned one area like this spill right here, I cleaned the brush right away and let it sit in the sun as long as possible. That way I wasn't spreading dirt from one part of the car to the next. So definitely keep some clean water on you so that if you're using the same brush like I had to, you're cleaning it before moving on to the next part of the vehicle. This area though was so stubborn to get out. So I was using the super clean spray and it worked really well, but I had to go over it a couple times and kind of take it down layer by layer.
Drunk at night in LA picking fights. I think we have done it all. She knows me in and out, love of a different kind, but we still have no control. 'Cause when the daylight comes, we're just good friends. Baby, good friends hanging on. When the daylight comes, we're just good friends, but like lovers.
I'm also going in and spot cleaning all the seats because they had stains on them and everything, and then going in with the carpet shampooer to clean it with that. This back seat definitely took a lot longer than the front of my car. I feel like the front of my car I got cleaned super quick, and this back of the car took forever. But once again, with the kids, it's just naturally going to be so much dirtier. So going in with this brush and the spot cleaning it definitely made a big difference before going in with the carpet shampooer. But the other thing is I make sure that I go over it really well, just extracting the liquid out of it. That way it could dry really quick. I did this and got done probably 30 minutes before I had to get Xander from school, and it was dry before I left. Now I did also leave the car doors open, that way the fresh air could go through it and dry it all, but definitely makes a big difference when you make sure to go over it a couple times, just pulling up as much moisture out of your fabric as possible.
Like these, will we find home, or will we stay?
Also, you'll have to forgive me for the lighting in this portion of the video. It was a partly cloudy day, so the sun would peek out from the clouds and then hide again, and it didn't matter what I set my camera settings to. There was no way to control what the sun was doing. But also, funny story, when I was cleaning the back of this seat, my neighbor had come over because a couple days prior it was storming, and I noticed they had a package on their driveway and it was just getting poured on. I don't know why the delivery guy didn't put it on the front porch, so I went over there and put it on the front porch. Well, they, I guess, have cameras, which we do also, but I didn't know they did. And he just came over to thank me because that package could have gotten ruined if it got too wet. But oh my goodness, he scared the bejeebas out of me because I had the vacuum running, so I couldn't hear anything. And then the next thing I know, he was like right in front of me because he went to the opposite side of my car. I literally almost had a heart attack.
In and out of love, never get enough. We never seem to get older. When things are going right, you seem to have the time. But when it's hard, you just grow cold up. We should be good, but we keep lighting fires. The words repeat, cause we're scared of the silence. We should be good, but we keep lighting fires, fires around ourselves. We should be good, but we keep lighting fires. The words repeat, cause we're scared of the silence. We should be good, but we keep lighting fires, fires around ourselves. It's deja vu. Memories come back when I'm with you. It's deja vu. Memories come back when I'm with you.
So on the doors, I'm just using a multi-purpose spray on it, and then I'm taking that brush again. Once again, I've been cleaning it throughout this entire video. That way I'm not moving stuff around. But the interior of your car has it's not a flat surface. So I really liked going in with this to really get in all the cracks and crevices. And then I just went in with a cleaning wipe to wipe it all down. But this definitely made it a lot easier, a lot faster. I highly recommend these cleaning brushes. I don't use them all the time, but when I want to use them, they are life-changing. They make such easy work of jobs that can be so much more time-consuming. and needing the like elbow grease, like it takes a lot of that scrubbing out of the equation. And trust me, it will save your body when it comes to not having to really scrub on something that you can just throw on this drill bit and make it so much easier.
Lighted fires. The words repeat because we're scared of the silence.
So I also brought my steamer out to clean my car. I wanted to use it in areas that are harder to get. So like the foot pedals, not real easy. And then also these vents, it really sprayed any dust out of the way. But I also figured that those vents are where air is constantly circulating in your car. So some hot sanitizing steam isn't gonna hurt it. So I definitely liked bringing out this Bissell Steam Shot. I wasn't sure how I would like it for my car, but definitely made certain areas that is harder to get into a lot easier to clean up.
Said that they don't got a future like that. It burns, so give him something worse to kill his head with, make him forget somehow. Might be that another day she would have wished he stayed, but they're done. Sorry's won't be enough this time. Yeah, he's calling all his friends to get some action and distract him right now. He's fine, got Lucy on the line, let's get this started. Where's the party tonight?
And like I said earlier, these front seats aren't nearly as bad. So I did a little bit more of a speed clean on them. I didn't need to worry quite as much. I did go over the armrest a little bit more just because it's where you put your arms. So that still wasn't bad, but I wanted to make sure to clean it pretty well because this is the car. It's my car, but it's also the car we take whenever we go out as a family. So this car is something that I do like to keep in better shape, but I'll be honest, my car is definitely the one area that I just don't stress about as much as other areas in my house. So yes, when I clean it, I clean it. However, do I clean it as much as I should? Definitely not. Definitely not. Let me know in the comments below if you're like that, or are you like my husband, who when it comes to his car, he is a clean freak. Like, it is meticulous all the time. But you know what? I give that to, I keep the house as clean as possible. So he may do that with his car, but I'm the one handling the house. But yeah, it's just the honest truth. My car definitely gets more neglected than anywhere else. But I will say, when I clean it and it stays looking nice for a while. But yeah, I'm definitely not a weekly car cleaner, or honestly even a monthly car cleaner.
Yeah, this baby said that they don't got a future like that. It hurts, so giving something worse to pass the time. Don't you wanna have fun? Fool around with someone. Don't you wanna have fun? Never mind my dumb heart, it needs a little kickstart. 'Cause don't you wanna have fun? Don't you wanna have some fun? Don't you wanna have some fun? Don't you mistakes haunt us, but do they really daunt us?
Now onto these floor mats. The back floor mat was definitely the worst, as well as the driver's floor mat, because that one was covered in salt. So I did a quick spray down once again with the super clean, and then I just brought out my thing of hot water and dish soap that I was using to clean the brush off before, and really gave these a good scrub down. Now normally I would just let these dry in the sunlight. However, I was getting very close to needing to pick up Xander from school, so I ended up bringing out a microfiber cloth to dry these manually, and then I let the sun finish it, but I didn't have a ton of time between cleaning my car and then school pickup.
We laid down, it's gonna take us some time, but I won't give up, though I know it's tough. We need to break our patterns. It's better now than after we have drifted off too far. Let's tear down these walls, our destiny has called. We're walking down a path, and the wind will change at last, like a song about our past. So I'll just close my eyes and dream about our kids and how they're running around. Won't you come and lay down next to me? Close your eyes and we'll be free.
Well, I really hope you guys enjoyed today's video. I know it was a lot different than what I normally do with the nighttime cleaning and then the car cleaning, but I hope this gave you all the motivation you need to tackle something in your house today, or maybe clean your car today. If you're new here, I would love if you would subscribe. Also, make sure you hit the notification bell to stay up to date with any new content I have coming out. But until next time, bye!